Hi, my dears. How are you all? I am very happy to see your performances in this online class. I hope you are all enjoying your lovely times with your parents by helping, and also you are very hygienic to secure yourself from the disease corona. On the whole, I am missing you lot, my dears. Okay, let's we listen to the new poem today. Yes, today we are going to see the poem The Ant and the Cricket, adapted from Aesop's Fable. Okay, Fable. Fable is a story which carries the animals as the characters and conveys a moral at the end. Aesop. Aesop is a writer who wrote many fables. Among his collection of fables, this poem, The Ant and the Cricket, is taken for our lesson. We already know that ant signifies hard works, unity, and strength. Cricket signifies happiness and good cheer. So in this poem we are going to see about the ant and the cricket. At last the poet is given a beautiful moral through this poem. Let's look at the poem and its explanations, my dears. Yes. Listen to the poetic lines. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring. Accustomed, which means used to. So in this poetic lines, the lazy cricket is used to sing the songs for whole day in the seasons of both summer and spring without worries about the winter season, because in the season of winter insects can't find their food. Began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. So in the winter season it starts to worry when he finds nothing in his cupboards for eating. Not a crumb to found on the snow-covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will come, says the cricket, of me? Crumb, which means a small amount of food. When winter arrives, the cricket can't find even a small amount of food. Even he can't find the flowers and leaves on the snow-covered tree, though which makes the cricket to worry about the future. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant. Starvation, which means lack of food. Famine, which means extreme scarcity of food. Dripping, filling, trembling, shivering. Miserly, wealthy and but not willing to spend for others. Due to the lack and extreme scarcity of food, the cricket decided to borrow food from the miser ant. So it starts to go to the home of the ant while the surrounding is fully wet and makes shivering of the cricket. To see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain he wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. The cricket thinks that if he wants to live, the ant must bring food for him. So it reaches the home of the ant. When it sees the mouth of the ant is covered with full of grains, and it asks some food for borrow, and said that it would return the food the next day, and says if it is not given, it will die due to the starvation. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. Lay. Here lay, which means save. Quoth. It denotes said. In this stanza, the ant gives a very good explanation about their hard works to the cricket. It says they are the servants as well as the friends of the cricket, but they never borrow anything from anyone. And it asks the cricket whether it saves anything for winter in the spring season. For that, the ant asked to him, for that the cricket replied, no. My heart was so light that I sang day and night. For all nature looked gay, you sang, sir, you say. Go then, say the ant, and dance the winter away. And also the cricket said, the cricket is very happy hearted with its song in a day and night. By enjoying the nature, it is carefree. Then the ant asked him to sing and dance again to pass the winter away, to enjoy this rough time. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. Hastily, which means excessive speed. Wicket, door. Folks, generally. Warrant, guarantee. At last, the cricket immediately moved away from the door of the ant's home without getting anything. In these lines, the poet portrays that this poem is a fable generally, although he guarantees that some crickets are enjoying as well as working hard. Some crickets are making enjoyments alone without worrying about their future. So, from this poem, my dears, we can understand the moral that we should be happy in the moment but should not ignore our future. Careful planning is essential for everyone and it ensures a successful future. Thank you. I hope you all could understand very well.